We'll hear from one of the groups opposing Kentucky Power's request for a rate increase. And a Martin County man is arrested for cruelty to animals. I'm Robin Tillman, and this is the Mountaintop Daily. No one likes to see their bills going up, but Kentucky Power's latest request for a rate increase has touched a nerve among many mountain residents. One group that is fighting against the increase is the Mountain Association. Sheldon spoke with them about why they are against the proposal and how they say you can help.
Kentucky Power's proposal to raise customers' energy bills by nearly 15% has new opponents in the Mountain Association representatives. Director of Energy Programs Carrie Ray expanded on that stance Wednesday.
The Mountain Association has worked with local governments and nonprofits and small businesses in Eastern Kentucky, helping them to lower their energy bills since 2011, 2012 is when our energy program started. And in that time, we've seen folks making investments in efficiency, in solar, to reduce their bills. And then, they see their bills drop, and then the next rate increase happens.
If the chance came, Ray said she would make sure customers knew to simply speak plainly about their circumstances.
I think I would encourage them to share their story. I think some people get a little bit intimidated thinking they need to be some kind of energy expert. They need to know all the ins and outs of rate design and regulations and the Public Service Commission, but you really don't. The Public Service Commission wants to hear stories from the folks who are going to be impacted. And it can just, it can be as simple as, I'm already struggling to pay my bills. This is going to make it even harder. You don't need to have numbers. You don't need to have, a degree in energy economics. You've got enough experience in your own life. And that's what, the Public Service Commission has said explicitly, that they want to hear what this would mean for the folks on the ground, the ratepayers.
If granted, the rate would see the average residential customer's bill go up $28 a month.
The Mountain Association has actually formally intervened in the rate case, which means we, alongside other advocacy organizations, have a lawyer and who is representing us. We get a seat at the table to formally intervene. You get a seat at the table to ask questions. If it goes to a hearing, we'll bring witnesses. We'll ask questions to the utilities witnesses, and it's a very formal process. But it helps us. It's very important to us to intervene.
The Public Service Commission will hold its next public meeting on December 18th in Hazard. Reporting for Mountaintop News, I'm Sheldon Compton.
A Martin County man was arrested after police found 3 dead dogs tied up behind his home. 73-year-old Philip Butcher of Inez is charged with 3 counts of second-degree cruelty to animals. According to the police report, deputies were called to check on the dogs and found them dead. Butcher told officers the dogs belonged to his ex-girlfriend and she had left them there. He told officers he tried to get her to get them, but he never reported them to authorities, and he eventually stopped fooling with them and stopped feeding them a while ago. The police report says he first told deputies he was told they were dead 4 or 5 days ago, but later said he learned they were dead 2 weeks earlier. Second-degree cruelty to animals is a misdemeanor in Kentucky, punishable by up to 1 year in jail. Coming up after the break, there's not much time left to see the app's latest musical. We'll tell you about Annie when the Mountaintop Daily continues. But first, sports and weather.
With Mountaintop Sports, I'm Dave Stanford. In high school basketball and boys action last night, it was Belfry over Floyd Central, 77-74. Betsy Lane down Spike Central, 54-51. It was East Ridge over McGoffin County, 78-74. Knott County Central over June Buchanan, 63-43. Paintsville over Phelps, 86-73. And Shelby Valley over Prestonsburg, 95-61. In girls action, it was Johnson Central over Floyd Central, 78-59. Knott Central over June Buchanan, 66-24. And Paintsville Downs Russell 58-35. Next, we move to the volleyball court at Marshall University, where 3 student athletes earned athletic honors on Tuesday. Eli Berry, Marie Riley, and Bella Thompson were named to the College Sports Communicators Academic All-District Team. To qualify, athletes must maintain at least a 3.5 GPA, be a sophomore or higher, and meet and match participation requirements. Berry, a senior from Huntington, played in all 30 matches with 25 starts, finishing the season with 186 points, 162 kills, and 41 blocks. Riley, a sophomore from Lakewood, Colorado, recorded 61 blocks and finished third on the team in both points and kills. Thompson, a senior from Mooresville, North Carolina, started at all 30 matches and led the Thundering Herd with 727 assists while adding 229 digs. Now to Lexington. Kentucky football head coach Will Stein announced several staff updates on Tuesday, naming Pat Biondo as the program's new general manager, Pete Nadja as assistant general manager, and retaining Josh Pruitt as director of operations. Biondo comes to Kentucky after 4 seasons at Oregon, where he helped the Ducks sign 4 straight top 15 recruiting classes. Nadja joins the Wildcats after a decade at Louisville, most recently serving as the Colonel's director of recruiting. Pruitt enters his 14th season at Kentucky and his 6th as director of operations. And now we wrap things up with a big announcement locally. Mountaintop Sports is proud to announce a new partnership with Morehead State University. Listeners may now catch Morehead basketball games on the GOAT, 98.1 WPKE and 104.5 WPRT in Prestonsburg. With Mountaintop Sports, I'm Dave Stanford.
When the government took Social Security away from honest Eastern Kentuckians, Attorney Ned Pillersdorf got the hearings declared unconstitutional. When the women guards were harassed at Little Sandy Jail, Ned fought back, securing a $1 million verdict at trial. And when the state tried to shut down Cordia School, Ned fought back and kept the school open. Attorney Ned Pillersdorf fights for the underdog, and he's ready to fight for you.
It's time to tech the halls at Appalachian Wireless, and you want to give the best gift this season. So let's save big this Christmas with up to $1,500 off select devices. Or how about choosing an iPhone 15 or 16 for just a penny? You know what? Our accessories are 50% off as well. Great for stocking stuffers. So don't wait. Let's make this Christmas one where you save money, stay connected, and have a chance to win some cash. So visit us today at one of our many retail locations or find out more at AppalachianWireless.com, and let's tech the halls, because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Time is running out to see one of the largest productions put on by the Appalachian Center for the Arts. There are only 3 dates left to see this year's production of Annie. Nick tells us more about it.
The Appalachian Center for the Arts has 3 remaining shows for their production of the timeless Christmas classic Annie, taking place Friday, December 19th through Sunday, December 21st. The App has been working with one of the largest casts they've seen, helping to bring the show to life for audiences of all ages. Executive Director Shannon Kirkpatrick Daniels tells us more.
Yeah, so we have 3 shows left this weekend on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it's everything that you expect from Annie. It's that classic holiday story of little orphan Annie and Daddy Warbucks. The cool thing about this show is we have about 60 community members who are in the show. It's the largest cast we've ever had. To the point that we had to split it into 2 casts. So we have an A and a B cast. And then we have 3 dogs in the show as well. So it's a great time. It's full of all of the music that you know, Tomorrow, The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow, Hard Knock Life, all of those songs. So it's just a super, super fun time.
Some actors in the show have never performed on stage before but are happy to contribute. Audience have said they enjoy seeing actors of all ages and their dogs involved in the show.
Audiences have been loving it. Some of them have said that it's the best show that they've seen at the app, which is an amazing compliment. But they just love how heartfelt it is, and the joy that they get when they get to watch it. It truly is a fun community event. You get to see your community members on stage, and even at the end, we invite you for a sing-along. So you get to be part of the show too. It has been a fun, challenging experience, but it really has been a joy. You know, we've got cast members in the show that have never been in a show before, and we have veteran actors in this show. So we run the gambit as far as experience goes, and to watch people take on kind of mentorship roles is really cool. We also have our youngest cast member is 6 years old, and our oldest cast member is over 70. So it's really cool to watch that whole age range be able to come together and bring this awesome show together.
Reporting for Mountaintop News, I'm Nick Collum.
That will do it for this edition of the Mountaintop Daily. Be sure to check us out at 6 p.m. every weekday on Mountaintop TV, the Mountaintop TV app, and the Mountaintop News Facebook page. With your Mountaintop Daily, I'm Robin Tillman for Mountaintop News.